Welcome back to Money Channel. I'm your host, Aaron. This is a news breaking moment, guys. NVDA just reported earnings. Yes, it did beat. However, the stock is tanking right now. Okay, so here's the data. Okay, so revenue was 46.74 billion versus 46.02 billion. So yes, it did beat there. Adjusted earnings per share is 1.05 versus estimated 1.01. So yes, it did beat there. Then we have the net income is 26.42 billion. EBIT is 28.44 billion versus the estimated 28.97 billion. So it missed there. The gross margin is 72.4%. Here's the quarter three outlook. Revenue guidance is 54.04 billion. And then we have other updates. There is no H2O sales to China based on customers in quarter two. We kind of knew that already, guys. And then there is a declared dividend of 0.01 or 1 cent more or less. We are currently waiting for Jensen to speak now. So we're actually waiting for the earnings call for Jensen to actually literally speak to everybody, because everybody wants to know what's going on with the H2O and China. All this is coming into play, and therefore it's going to cause a big problem with NVIDIA, plus a market downturn possibly tomorrow because the whole market is waiting on NVIDIA. So now we know that we have all this fluctuation, craziness because of the fact that the H2O chip in China, and what's happening with this outlook, and the sales did not do as well as everybody anticipated. So we want pretty much an explanation of that. Then I'm getting more news right now, guys. Okay, so pretty much, um, like I said, we're just waiting. Again, I'm getting more information, but everybody just wants answers. So this is literally happening right now. So as you already know, guys, I'm in ticker symbol NVDL, and I have to keep stating that, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. You must do your own due diligence. With that said, this is primarily the reason why I do put that disclaimer, because although NVIDIA reported their earnings and they did beat estimates, NVIDIA is tanking after hours. So my current pretty much loss, because I'm at a loss right now, in NVDL is $862. Keep in mind, I was positive $400 last night after hours. So when after hours market closed, I was positive. I woke up this morning, it was positive, but it was a lower positive. Throughout the day, it fluctuated between negative and low positive. And then when the market closed, I was very low positive. Now, after hours, because NVIDIA reported today, August 27th at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, now I'm negative. So even right now, it just fluctuated again. So my NVDL shares are now negative, fluctuating between 771 to 800 negative. Okay, so this is pretty big, guys. The stock is going to probably keep moving within the next, I would say, hour, 2 hours. Okay. The issue is tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? Because now we have to think about, is NASDAQ going to be negative, and is the S&P 500 going to be negative? So because this did not do as well as everybody anticipated, even though again it beat earnings. So that's what I've got for you right now, guys. Um, there's another update. They forecasted quarter three gross margin at 73.3%. Like I said, things are bouncing around very quickly right now. Yeah, guys. So that's what's happening right now. I'm currently listening to Bloomberg right now over there, so you're gonna hear noise in the background, voices talking, and then I've got my phone for updates as well. So NVIDIA stock right now is at 179.30. It's decreasing to 179.19. Went back up to 179.32. It's down 1.23%. So the newscasters on Bloomberg are saying that it's getting harder for NVIDIA to keep beating as much as they did in the past. So in the past they were beating, but like a lot, by absurd numbers. They were a beast. Now they're starting to slow down a bit. So it's getting harder for them to keep outbeating the same amount, the same gap that they've been doing in the past. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to hear what Jensen has to say. But that is what I got for you at the current moment regarding NVIDIA, NVIDIA news, the earnings report, and my NVDL shares. So if you like this channel, please subscribe. Ciao, guys.